Hey, you guys. Hey, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good night. Um, so, this literally just broke. Like, I was on a live stream. Most of you guys in here know that already. And I'm going to kind of chit chat before we kind of go into it because I want to give YouTube, hopefully, a little bit of time to send out notifications. But I was on a video about Aerosmith, Steven Tyler being sued for sexual assault of a 16-year-old girl back in the 70s, having a relationship with her, planning a life with her, marriage, children. She is pregnant, and then he um, insists that she have an abortion. So we were all talking about that, Steven Tyler. If you haven't watched that video, please go watch it. Interesting video. When someone came in and said, "Did you hear that Barbara Walters died?" I immediately Googled it because I was like, "What? Wow, no, I didn't know that." And I could not find anything saying that Barbara Walters died. Could not find anything. So at first I thought, well, maybe it was like a hoax because you guys know that are always hoaxing about celebrities dying. So I was like, probably a hoax, right? And then someone said, no, it's check Wikipedia because it does have her date of death on Wikipedia. So literally, it was not showing up anywhere else at all. But on Wikipedia, it had her date of death for today. Now I gave it a few more minutes, like 5 minutes, and then I Googled it again and it started popping up everywhere. So, Candy, you have to watch that live. Steven Tyler is being sued. Candy, I was like, oh my gosh, Cheryl is going to have a heart attack. Me and Candy, we have a friend who loves Steven Tyler, who has pictures with Steven Tyler, has been on stage with Steven Tyler, singing with Steven Tyler. And so that video, Stephanie, Steven Tyler, back in the 70s, was in a relationship with a 16-year-old, got her pregnant. It seems like tried to have her killed from her story. Back when he decided he couldn't get a blessing to marry her from his grandmother, and she had already gotten pregnant. He sent a band member over, and she remembers opening the door to welcome the band member in, and her next memory is she's alone in the house and it's on fire. So really crazy story. I know Cheryl probably already messaged us. I know I need to check. I thought about Cheryl before I even did that live stream. So, anyways, we were covering that story because holy crap, that's a crazy story. If you haven't watched it, please go watch it. All the details into the story surrounding Steven Tyler dating that 16-year-old, it's mind blowing. It's mind boggling. So go check that video out. But someone came in saying, "Did you see that Barbara Walters died?" And I was like, "Well, no." Sure enough, when I checked on the Wikipedia, it said that the date that she died was today. Nobody else was posting it. About 5 minutes later, it was posted up on TMZ, um, Yahoo News, Twitter, and things such as that. So let's go over it, you guys. This is honestly, I literally said this earlier today. I said it's kind of crazy how many celebrities we've lost this year. Literally, I was contemplating doing a video on just the celebrities that we lost in 2020. We got Twitch, we got Kirstie Alley, we have Miles Lane, we have Queen Elizabeth, Aaron Carter, Takeoff, Anne Heche, Leslie Jordan, DJ K. Slay, Bob Saget, Doug Sutherland, Fred Ward, George Perez, Bernard Shaw, Olivia Newton-John, Andre Dingle, Bo Hopkins, Bob. I don't know some of these people. These are supposedly celebrities though. LQ Jones, Sally Kellerman, Sonny Barger, George Shapiro, Johnny Brown, Jerry Lee Lewis, The Amazing Jonathan, William Hurt, Tracy Braxton, Morgan Stevens, Gilbert Gottfried, Kevin Conroy, Meatloaf, Naomi Judd. Naomi Judd. That one hurts my heart. Amelia Delgado. I don't know who that is. TMZ has a list of like 101 people, but I don't know all of these people. But apparently, they're celebrities that we lost in 2021. Loretta Lynn. Heart hurts for that one as well. These are a bunch of people I don't know. Ivana Trump. Not Ivanka, Ivana, her mom. Coolio. Let's see. It's so many people that we've lost this year. And now, literally, right before the end of the year, we lose another one. Barbara Walters. Devastating, you guys. Devastating. She is like the pioneer for like talk show host or what is that? Vernon Winfrey, which I guess is Oprah Winfrey's brother, maybe. We're gonna get into this. Wait, she didn't die. No way she died. That's crazy if she died. All right, let's get into this about Barbara Walters because it's sad. It's sad, you know. I mean, she was in her 90s. All right, let's see. Barbara Walters, one of the biggest and most recognizable names, even though I sent a message in my group chat, in my family group chat for my family. I said, you guys, did y'all see that Barbara Walters died? And my cousin said, who is that? And I said, the Barbara Walters. And she was like, I don't know who that is. Yeah, Bob Marley's grandson, Taylor Hawkins from Foo Fighters. Yeah, she was on 2020. She started The View. Okay, so one of the biggest and most recognizable news anchors in the world has died. TMZ says we're told that she died at her home surrounded by her loved ones. Um, Barbara Walters, Barbara had been in declining health for the last several years. The legendary ABC broadcaster passed away Friday, today in New York City. Barbara had rescinded from public view in the last several years, opting to live a more private life. She has not been seen out and about since 2016. I didn't even know that. I didn't really know that she hadn't been seen out and about. But I guess because you still see her on different things, so you just, you watch videos. Oh my goodness, Betty White passed December 31st, 2021. Is that when Betty White died? Wow. Barbara's 60-plus year career was in part catapulted by her coverage on President JFK's assassination in 1963. She came on air to report on the story alongside anchor Hugh Downs, giving a man on the street perspective from New York City. Of course, she went on to become one of the longest serving journalists in the game, first working for NBC's Today Show as the writer and researcher, and working her way up in the network through the 60s and early 70s, eventually becoming their first female co-host. I know that my sister Flossie said, like, where have you been? It's the Barbara Walters. Like, what do you mean? In 1976, Barbara jumped over to ABC, landing a job on their evening news program. She was the first woman to anchor a network news show, but her co-host was not having it and made her success almost impossible. Wow. Not long after that, she became a fixture and regular contributor and the eventual host of the network's 2020 news magazine program and appeared on the show for decades. Some of the biggest interviews that was featured on 2020, as well as some of her biggest interviews were featured on 2020, as well as other shows, which include notable face-to-face conversations with folks like Katharine Hepburn, Fidel Castro, Monica Lewinsky, Michael Jackson, Patrick Swayze, Egyptian President Anwar Sadat, Oprah, Shah Mohammed Reza Pahlavi. I don't even know who that is. China's ex-secretary of the Communist Party, Vladimir Putin, John Wayne, Mike Tyson, Barbara Streisand, Willie Nelson, Christopher Reeve, Hugo Chavez, Tom Cruise, Anna Wintour, Justin Bieber, Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, and every single American president. She has interviewed, can you imagine that being your legacy? That you have interviewed like almost every freaking president in your time span of life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my goodness. The list goes on and on and on. Patrick Swayze. I love Patrick Swayze, you guys. If you can think of a famous person, Barbara probably interviewed them. Her achievements go well beyond just that, though. Barbara also co created and co hosted ABC's popular daytime talk show, The View, which became one of her main focuses professionally after semi retiring from hosting 2020 and 2004. She stayed on The View through mid May of 2014 and continued to make guest appearances after her official send off. Barbara's final on-air interview was with Donald Trump for ABC News in 2015. Her last interview was Donald Trump. Wow, I didn't know that. Her last public appearance was reportedly in 2016. She hasn't been seen much since. The last time we got her on camera was in 2014 when she graciously signed autographs. That was TMZ saying the last time they got her on camera. The last time she was actually doing an interview was on ABC News in 2015. Donald Trump. It was Donald Trump interview. She's been married 4 times and has dated some very high-profile people, including notorious McCarthy-era attorney Roy Cohen, Federal Reserve Chairman Alan Greenspan, U.S. Senator John Warner, Senator Edward Brooke, Pulitzer Prize winner Robert Neal Butler. She had one daughter, Lee Goober, and she had one daughter. Oh, she had one daughter with Lee Goober, Jacqueline Dina Goober. Goober? Is that how you say it? Maybe you should have took her last name. If their last name is Goober, like it's Guber. I guess that's how you say it. Goober. Wow. I remember she dated a married man for a while. Barbara. Barbara was a staple in pop culture too, often portrayed on SNL by several different cast members over the years. She also once spoofed herself by appearing on Weekend Update. She was inducted into the Television Hall of Fame in 1989 and received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in '07. Barbara has won countless daytime and primetime Emmy Awards over the course of her career, as well as many other lifetime achievement accolades. Barbara's publicist, Cindy Berger, tells TMZ she lived her life with no regrets. She was a trailblazer, not only for female journalists, but for all women. Yeah, cool life. I mean, definitely cool life. I think she interviewed Nicole Brown Simpson's family. Probably so. Probably so. All right, let's see. I'm interested in. She talked about dating the married man in her book. I wonder what she would say about Trump now. Her and Donald Trump were friends. I remember when he was on The View, and that was like he talked about how they had a friendship. I remember that. I remember because I think Whoopi Goldberg and the redheaded woman, they like walked off. I think it was that one where they like walked off, and she's like, we've been friends, but yeah, definitely an amazing interviewer. I haven't done many interviews on my channel, but I enjoy doing interviews on my channel. Love talking to people that have like a unique story to tell or have like unique information to tell, something that's like captivating. So many people that people want to tune in. Um, Joy Behar. I think he was friends with Joy Behar too, wasn't he? Loved her interviews. She always did really good interviews. They all loved Donald Trump until he decided to run for president. See, I remember like rappers rapping about Donald Trump, and it seemed like he's like a cool guy. Then all of a sudden he wants to run for president, and they're like, no, it's really wild. I was like, wait, what? Why? But this is okay. This is. I'm gonna watch this really quickly. Why are you not pulling up? Come on now, pull up for me. You're not trying to pull up today? All right, well, you're not trying to pull up today. We'll go about it a different way. All right, let's see. If we do this, is it going to... All right, here we go. This is what I want to do. All right.
Reporter Barbara Walters toured Manhattan last night. Here is her report.
It's never easy to get a taxi at rush hour in New York City, but last night it was almost
This is like one of her first interviews.
impossible. The taxi driver...
I mean, this is one of her first, I think that's when she first appeared. She really kind of took off when she was covering JFK's assassination. I think that's this.
Put their off-duty signs in their cabs and went home to listen to the news broadcasts. We made our way at 5 p.m. to the new Russian embassy, which is on East 67th Street. When we arrived, they were just taking the flag down, which had been flying at half-mast. In the afternoon, the mission had been holding a get-acquainted luncheon with editors of Time and Life magazine. When the news of the president's death was announced, the luncheon ended immediately. Although no official statement was given to us, the man who opened the door at the embassy said in a heavy Russian accent, "I cannot speak for anyone but myself, but I personally am shocked." We then walked up Fifth Avenue to 810 Fifth Avenue, now quite a famous apartment building. There we spoke with Richard Nixon's butler. He had no idea when Mr. or Mrs. Nixon were coming home, and he was...
She sounds the same. She sounds the same. Here she is again.
Ah, you can scratch your back. Point. This cost me $6 wholesale.
Third report. Would you tell me, was this a very trying experience for you?
Thank you. I mean, first of all, every day I had to go and look at fashion shows. And then I had to have lunch at Maxine's and drink champagne. And then I had to smell all the perfume at Dior. I mean, it was so trying that I took absolutely the very last plane I could to get back here today.
It's pretty funny. She's pretty funny because she was talking about her time in Paris. She was like, "Oh, it was terrible. I, ate at the best restaurant, smelled the best perfumes. It was so terrible. I took the absolute last plane to get back here." She's pretty funny.
Seriously, will you give us your real story? Are the Paris fashions so different from ours, and why all the fuss about it?
Well, I kind of felt, too, before I went, that there was an awful lot of noise made over, not too much, and a little chauvinistically.
In 19...
Press is not yours. And I say this very honestly. I have nothing to hide. If you asked us if the paper could appear here against socialism, I could say honestly, no, it could not appear. It would not be allowed by the
She's like, "What?"
government,
nel
nor the people.
Look at her.
in ese sentido no
Okay.
posee
In that sense, we do not have the freedom of the press that you possess in the U.S.
You think politically that an American president can...
That's Diana Sawyer. Oh! Who is this?
Monica, you have been described as a bimbo, a stalker, a seductress. Describe yourself.
I think I'm very loving. I'm very loyal. I think I'm intelligent. I think I certainly feel that have been misportrayed in the past year.
2 months after your first meeting, it was then your 5th sexual encounter, and you said to Bill Clinton, "Is this all about sex, or do you have some interest in trying to get to know me as a person?" What did he say to you then?
Everyone would probably find it hard to believe. He started to
Pause it for a second.
tear up and told me that he never wanted me to think that, and that's not what this relationship was about.
Oh, did you?
Well, you sure wasn't going nowhere. You still with Hillary.
said goodbye to something like 50 years in television. The good news is that I will have time now to get Botox. But now that I'm no longer going to be on the air, I don't need Botox.
She said, how do you say goodbye to 50 years on television? The good news is now I have time for Botox. She was always pretty funny.
But starting soon, I may be available for supermarket openings and charity auctions. For a $10 bid, you can have lunch with me. For a $20 bid, you don't have to. There will also be time now for me to not have to rise at 4 a.m. as I did for 13 years to do a morning show. No need anymore to have a news magazine like 2020 as I did for something like a quarter of a century. Makes my head ache. No need to think of covering my head when interviewing such majesties as the King of Saudi Arabia. And no need to be apprehensive about interviewing the non-majesty, the president of Syria. But also no feeling of the peace that won me when I met with the Dalai Lama, or the sense of accomplishment trying to navigate between the competing heads of Egypt and Israel. What an honor to have questioned every U.S. president and first lady from Richard and Pat to Barack and Michelle. So how do you walk away from glamorous specials with the Toms, Hanks and Cruz, or flirt with...
Man, that's quite the accomplishment. It's pretty wild.
Clint Eastwood, maybe it's my time for him, and pay homage to one-of-a-kind women like Betty Davis and Angelina Jolie. And how do you create a television show called The View that puts together these wonderful women, all of them over the years, and especially this group, who have shared their contrasting opinions for almost 18 years now. And I will remain executive producer on The View, along with Bill. How do you work for 25 years with a partner like Bill Getty, the special guy?
Bill was tearing up. Y'all saw Bill? I hope he shows up again because he was tearing up.
He has produced something like 4,000 episodes of The View and over 100 prime-time specials with me. Not to mention, over the years, sipping over 1,000 martinis with me. But who's counting? And also, how could you be part of a cutting-edge news department for 38 years? Not...
Last time TMZ saw her. I hope I don't get...
I loved your list last night. I watched it. I was amazed.
This is the last time that TMZ saw her. And I know I'm probably going to get... I hope I don't get blocked. I hope the video doesn't get blocked for showing these. But super interesting to watch, you know.
By how you were going to have George Clooney's wife as the most fascinating. Why did you think she was that fascinating, George Clooney's wife?
Of course George Clooney's wife is fascinating. She's beautiful.
Because I thought it was really interesting. I love the Taylor Swift one.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Who was your
She's not even answering the guy, though.
favorite interview ever?
Guys, I gotta go.
I just got you.
Thank you.
Just want
Bye
this,
now.
please. Come always the same people fluid.
Is that her husband back there, I wonder?
Just to do this?
Oh, it's for my mother, yeah. Need my hand up
Yeah,
here.
Bob, who was your favorite interview ever?
I'm trying to get a photo with me for a walk.
Glad that.
Nice lady.
As long as the cam's already broken.
You better not make this your last year as your most fascinating list. I know you said it last night when I was watching, but
Okay, thank you guys. Happy holidays.
yeah.
I don't think she was answering to him at all.
On May 16th, legendary journalist Barbara Walters will make her last televised appearance on The View. Ms. Walters has been a big part of our show since the very first by taking a look back at some of our favorite Barbara Walters. I'm Barbara Wawa. If you were a man, I'd be all over you like butter on beans. I was in a hot tub with Henry Kissinger and Julia Stitcher. And now please welcome Barbara Walters.
What an honor it was to see my groundbreaking career in journalism reduced to a cartoon character with a ridiculous voice.
So Barbara, you're stepping down after over 50 years as a TV journalist. Do you have any tips on how to achieve that kind of success?
Okay, do not be afraid to ask the tough questions. Like, if you were a tree, what kind of a tree would you be?
Someone just said that in the chat. I don't know if she really asked that, though. Did she really ask that?
Your place or mine, Brokaw? But the real money is in making them cry. Nothing brings in the viewer
Nothing brings in the viewers.
like seeing a celebrity reduced to tears. You may think, oh, I'm really feeling bad for them, but all I'm thinking is, ha-ching.
Ah! That's hilarious. She's pretty funny. Man, she had quite a life, though. You know, if you're going to have the life of anyone, definitely a legend. Holy crap, you know? She got to meet all the celebrities as a part of her job, question them about anything that she wanted to ask them. Pretty funny. It's pretty wild. I mean, I'm sad. So yes, she passed away peacefully, surrounded by loved ones in her home. Her representative said she lived her life with no regrets. She was a trailblazer, not only for female journalists but for all women. She was born in Boston, September 25th, 1929. She grew up in a New York household frequented by celebrity friends of her father, who was the nightclub owner and Broadway producer Lou Walters. She attended Sarah Lawrence College and graduated with a degree in English. Following a brief stint as a writer for CBS News, Walters launched her TV news career at NBC's Today Show, which we already talked about. She was hired as a writer and a researcher in 1961, gradually moving up the ranks. She reported the weather, covered featured assignments before becoming a reporter at large. Eventually, the show's first female co-host alongside Hugh Downs and Frank McGee. In Walter's 2008 autobiography Audition, she divulged that she had an affair with U.S. Senator Edward Brooks in the 1970s. She also dated Federal Reserve Chairman Alan Greenspan around the same time. Okay, girlfriend, get it if you got it. After leaving NBC, she became co-anchor on ABC's Evening News in 1976, joined the network's news feature program 2020 3 years later. Equally poised, whether sitting down with pop culture icons or political leaders, she co-hosted 2020 until 2004, during which time her roster of famous subjects include Vladimir Putin, Richard Nixon, Michael Jackson, Monica Lewinsky. She also served as a moderator during presidential debates. Wow, look how young everybody looks. Look how young everybody looks when it started. There's a Whoopi, Joy Behar, Sherry. I don't remember the blonde's name, and Barbara Walters. Wow. They brought all these people together because they all had different views. But one thing that I've realized on The View, they have more like left-leaning people than like, I think, than like Republicans. That's the way that it seems. And like they'll bring like one or two Republicans in versus like three left-leaning liberals. Elizabeth Hasselbeck, thank you. And it seems like they're all like, Whoopi kind of look the same. Whoopi do kind of look the same. She's gotten, some grays. I don't know if this is the first original cast members, but this is definitely early on. So yeah, it definitely seems like the Republican the one or two maybe Republicans that they have, it's always like they're like, well, I believe this, and it's like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I've watched it before, and it can be intense. Yeah, it definitely seemed like it was mainly left leaning people on The View. There she is. What does it say here? Let me read this. The outcome was also outspoken about facing sexism in her career. This so called hard news, a woman couldn't do it. The audience won't accept her voice, Walter said in a 2015 Oprah's Masterclass video. She couldn't go to a war zone. She couldn't ask the tough questions. So Walter said she refused to back down. Some people admired it, others said. Some people admired it. Others said she's rude. Walter said, on one hand, it made me more vulnerable. On the other hand, I got the reputation of being a pushy cookie. There goes that pushy cookie. That's okay to be a pushy cookie. Be a pushy cookie. When Walters turned 92 in September, The View season 25 co-host Joy Behar, Sonny Hostin, Sarah Haynes, and guest panelist Anna Navarra marked the creator's milestone birthday. The current moderator. Wait, Whoopi Goldberg is the moderator. she's the moderator that's supposed to keep it. Like, I mean, I can see that because Whoopi is oftentimes the one that's like, calm it down. But I've also seen Whoopi need to be told, calm down, Whoopi. You know what I'm saying? Also in September, View alum Meredith Vieira opened up to people about landing the job as the show's first moderator, sharing that it was a tremendous privilege to be chosen by Walters. To have the opportunity to work with her was somewhat a dream come true. I think that she hesitated with me in terms of hiring me because she didn't know that I was funny. But Barbara took a chance on me. It wasn't a job that I was looking for. It wasn't a job that I was looking for and particularly interested in until I auditioned. And then I realized, I don't know why, but I really enjoy this. I don't know why I really enjoy this, but I do. Once you work with Barbara, she's a very complicated person, Vieira added of her former boss. On one hand, she's very kind and generous, and on the other hand, a real taskmaster and tough as nails, which is why she succeeded in this business at a time where there were so few women. She had not only brains, but real tenacity. In celebrations of the View 25th anniversary, many former co-hosts recently spoke to people about Walter's trailblazing career and the profound impact she had on them. I always thought of The View as Barbara was the adult, and the rest of us were in the sandbox. So it was really great to have her there as a solid piece that was never changing. There would always be Barbara, Goldberg said. She was just a font of great, amazing information. She talked to everybody. She knew everybody. It was a gift that we had her here because people wanted to come and lots of people wanted to meet her. We got the opportunity to hear the way to really interview someone. We were lucky to have that. Behar added, I miss her actually. Her presence on the show right now. I do. I would like to see her back here, but that's not going to happen. No matter what anyone says, working with Barbara Walters was one of the greatest honors of my life. It was never lost on me that I might not be doing what I'm doing if it weren't for battles that women like Barbara had to fight when they were coming up in the business, Lisa Ling said. It was tough on all of us because she expected the best, and I tried my hardest to deliver that to her because she believed in me. I learned a great deal from Barbara, and I will always be grateful for the opportunity that she gave me, but also for the advice she imparted to me. So that's all of them on the 25th anniversary of The View, just kind of paying homage to Barbara Walters. Let me see what's going on over on the Twitter because I've had everybody. It's already talking about it. Oh. What you doing there, Barbara? Can you imagine how strong and confident this woman was starting her career when she did? I couldn't even imagine. I know, right? In media, women were rare. Yeah. I guess if they're all getting along, she moderated the conversation into a problem. Yeah. Very pretty. She was beautiful as a young woman too. Wow, Caleb, where do I apply to replace Barbara Walters on The View? Wow. What a butthole.
Arriving at the top. There are many people who would say failing.
I hope the general public understands how inherently dishonest the press in this country is.
As a member of the press, let me try to clear up some of the things which you say are untrue. You write in your book, my bankers and I worked out a terrific deal that allows me to come out stronger than ever.
Look at the Donald.
I see the deal as a great victory. Eventually, the rest of the world will too. Being on the verge of bankruptcy, being bailed out by the banks,
Well, you don't have to say that.
skating on thin ice,
Hold
and
up,
almost
Donald.
drowning, that's a businessman to be admired.
You say on the verge of bankruptcy, Barbara, and you talk on the verge, and you listen to what people are
I
saying.
talk to your bankers.
What you talk? Hold up! Shouldn't it be illegal for bankers to say, yes, this is what happened? She said she talked to his bankers. She said, no, I talked to your bankers, Donald.
Well, that's fine. And what do they say? I mean, depending on which bank you're talking to, what do they say? I'm the only one people write about. I mean, they don't write about other people.
You have a little more debt than most people. You're something like $3 billion
I
in
also
debt.
have a little more assets than most people.
Okay, you have debts to pay back.
Right.
You have huge loans to pay back.
But I think everybody's in debt, right? I mean, like, I just bought a new car, so I'm in debt, paying off my new car. I'm in debt to that creditor because I have to pay them back, right? Isn't that how it's considered, like, in debt? I don't know.
You say the country is in a depression. What makes you think that you can pay back those loans? And further, what your bankers have told us is that
That's wild. She talked to his bankers. Because I'm like, wouldn't you think the bankers need an NDA? And I like, sometimes, like, I get it. You're interviewing somebody, but you called his bankers? Holy smokes. That's wild. She's like, he ain't about to lie to me. I'm calling the bank.
the only way you even have a chance is by selling that property out there totally, the plaza.
Well, I don't know what the bankers have said. The plaza is a very valuable property. Everybody told me, oh, you paid too much, you paid too much. Now they're all saying, what a great deal he made
No,
on the
they're not.
plaza.
You yourself said that you saw your children maybe once a week. You're having a lot of difficulties with your 12-year-old son, Donnie. You haven't talked.
Don Jr. You haven't talked to him since May. Hey, people go through ups or downs with their kids. It doesn't mean that's how it is always, though.
To him since May. Do you believe in fidelity in marriage?
Yes, absolutely, I do.
Sure, he believes in it. Doesn't mean that he commits to it. All right, I want to look up the. That's an interesting one, but I don't want to play too much of anything because I don't want to get probably already there. But Cece, Barbara was the owner of the View, and she started it. So when the View came out, it was her and like 5 others, but she was the owner of the View. All right, let's see. Patrick Swayze. Bankers can only say yes if they do have this amount, and that's from. See, okay, from back when I worked at finance company, if somebody come to get a loan from me, and I pulled their credit, and I saw they had 10 other loans with 10 other companies, I could call those companies and say, hey, my name is Leslie. I'm from World Finance. I need to get a rating on Donald Trump. And they would say, okay, well, Donald Trump opened up his loan with us on 12/30/2022. The top of the note was, $25,678. He has paid 6 payments. He is 1/10, or he is 5/10, 1/30, 1/60. Which means he's been 10 days late 5 times. He's been over 30 days late 1 time, over 60 days. You could get that information. Yeah, the smart thing Kanye does, he wears a mask so the videos don't get flagged. Still having a little trouble with Donnie. All right, so Barbara Walters. I love Patrick.
Good evening. Just what is the truth? For almost a year now, rumors have swirled around the condition of Patrick Swayze. He has been diagnosed with cancer. Reports have said he is months, perhaps even just weeks away from death. If so, how has he managed to work on a new television series? What is his real prognosis? Up until now, Patrick has turned down all opportunities to discuss his illness. But tonight, for the first time, he and his wife Lisa sit down to talk with courage and honesty about the shadow of death, the glimmer of hope, and the role Patrick never expected to play.
Look, you what Grandpa's got. Let's take this puppy for a test drive.
Sorry, Enid.
Oh, we love you.
I love Ghost.
You're the
Love
one your eyes
Ghost.
so yellow, jaundice sets in, and you know something's wrong.
But what? Jaundice, the yellowing of the eyes and skin, and indigestion can have many causes.
Then we started finding, oh, there's a mass. Oh, yes, it is a mass. Oh, yes, it's malignant. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, there's another mass. Small though it may be, this tiny little mass in your liver.
So you're told you have cancer, pancreatic cancer. Now you're told it's also a little bit of it in your liver.
Which means even a little bit is a big deal.
Pancreatic cancer is extremely difficult to diagnose. Only only after a battery of procedures over several days were Patrick's doctors able to make a definitive diagnosis. But it fell to Lisa to break the news to her husband. I want to go back to that terrible day, Lisa, when you heard about Patrick's diagnosis. What did you...
Holy crap, so sad. So sad. All right, let's play it again.
think when you heard pancreatic cancer?
It was very surreal. They were like 99% sure. And I know he was pretty still a little dopey from the procedure, and I could have told him then, and I said, you know what, this is information he could do without for just a few hours, because after he learns this, we can't go back.
Yeah. What did Barbara die from? Old age? Because it doesn't really say. It just says that she's been ill for quite some time. She's been ill for a few years, and she's been kind of just removed herself from the public eye the last few years to, I guess, I mean, she's old, you know, so I guess old age.
And so I waited until the next morning to tell him about it.
What did you say?
I knew it was very serious. His whole attitude about pancreatic cancer was, oh, if he heard someone had pancreatic cancer, it meant they were out of here. And it was really difficult information to deal with.
And then started doing a little research and started realizing this is not a good thing.
And for the first few weeks, it was like being in a nightmare you can wake up from.
Patrick and Lisa retreated to the sanctuary of their ranch. The cancer had altered their lives forever. Now, they had to plan what to do next. When we come back, Patrick Swayze sets the record straight about the lies reported around the world and his remarkable battle against the cancer.
I have the meanness and the passion to say to hell with you. Watch me. You watch what I pull off.
To get up and fight this disease.
Do you visualize an enemy that you're up there fighting?
I'm very specific and very explicit when I'd be laying on a bathroom mat, curled up, going, "You son of a, you are not going to beat me. You are not going to beat me."
There have been reports that he is winning the battle against cancer. He has survived longer than most patients with advanced pancreatic cancer who die within months of diagnosis.
Wow.
The tabloids say Patrick's winning the battle against cancer. I'm not winning the battle against cancer. What winning is to me is not giving up. It's no matter what's thrown at me. Not giving up. I can take it. And I can keep going. With cancer, we have nothing but caveman tools to deal with. You fight a monster with poison. How much of that poison can your body take? And you still keep functioning.
The poison.
Hey, Lexus. Hey. This was a very sad interview. I've never watched it. Thank you. I've never watched it. I love his movies. A huge fan of Patrick Swayze. Growing up watching Dirty Dancing was one of my favorite movies. I even tried to recreate the dance. My family, we're a family full of like dancers, not professional. We just love to dance. Yeah, Patrick Swayze was a legend. We were having a 50s dance at our school where they were going to have a dance competition. And me and all my sisters, we had poodle dresses, poodle skirts, you know, and me and my cousin, we decided we was going to learn a dance routine. And one of the routines we learned was like from one of his shows or whatever. And we performed it, and we got first place at the dance, the 70s dance, or it was the 50s dance. Yeah, we wore poodle skirts or whatever. My aunt made our poodle skirts, and we were literally in like 8th grade or something. It was really cool. Huge fan of Patrick Swayze. Love Barbara Walters. Devastating. She's definitely a legend. I mean, she is the reason why, you know, women were able to come after her. I think she's a trailblazer, you know. My grandma was obsessed with Swayze. I swear we know everything about him when I was like 10 years old. That's really cool. It's really cool. Remember Barbara Walters, 10 most fascinating people. Walters interviewed every sitting U.S. president and first lady from Richard Nixon to Barack Obama. That's right. That's true. She did. Okay, you guys, we're going to go ahead and close this one up. I think let me see. I'm trying to figure out. I might just do a short hangout live after this because there's some information I got to get on Livy Lewis. I really need to do some work after this where I research, but I also kind of wanted to hang out with you guys and do like a little chit-chat live stream. I got bit by a mosquito or something. This will probably be it for tonight. If not, if I do like a hangout or something, I'll post it in Discord, also my community tab. But you guys let me know in the comment section below. This is sad news. Be in prayers for her family and everyone that she was close to because they are definitely going to be, you know, grieving the loss of someone so special to them. So give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Make sure you leave your thoughts in the description box. Nope. In the comment section below. You can't do anything in the description box. That's all me. Comment section below. Leave your thoughts. His mom made him. Oh yeah, Patrick Swayze. He did. Yeah, he took dance. His mom made him. And he was a good dancer. Oh my God. Hold on. Let's just do this really quickly. Love his dancing. And you guys know he was a singer too. That song on Dirty Dancing, She's Like the Wind. That was all him, baby. That was
him. The all-new CRV Hybrid
Come
is built
on.
to pursue endless
Sorry.
possibilities. With excellent fuel.
Love this. He's got the moves like Jagger. It should be like you got the moves like Swayze, honestly. Anyway. I really can't play the music. I gotta kind of. Hold on, let me. Oh, give her a kiss. Nope, he's gonna go. Okay. Yeah, he was really a dancer. He took ballet, I think it was. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Okay. My favorite part is when he jumps. Is when he like goes and he jumps off the stage and he starts doing like a little head bang. Let's see where it's at. Here we go. This is my favorite part. Right here. They say he hurt his knee on that spot. Watch, and right here. Hold on. Boop, boop, boop. I love that. Go. Oh. But in real life, they say he hurt his knee on that jump. Double dip. Okay. Yeah, sorry, guys. He is. I know. It's so sad that, it's so sad to lose people like this. There's a video on YouTube of him and Lisa dancing as well. It's so good. I'm going to have to find that. I'm going to have to find that video. But anyways, you guys, go ahead and I think I'm going to call it a night because I got a lot of research to do. And I owe it all to you. Yeah, does he sing that one too? I know he sings She's Like the Wind. He tore his knee over like 3 to 6 times. Yeah, I remember he hurt his knee on that one doing that jump. But anyways, you guys, I don't think I'm going to do any work tomorrow. I kind of need to, but I don't think I'm going to. If you guys want to do me a huge favor and just kind of watch some of my content that you haven't watched, I will be so grateful for that. Anybody that's new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. I would love to have you. I do live streams Monday through Friday covering true crime, reality television, and I would love to have you here just having those live discussions with us. It's always super interactive. I'm always super interactive with the chat, and I read your comments, and we kind of chit-chat. He was Melvin when he jumped. I know that's the song. Oh, gotcha. But anyways, you guys, I love y'all. Oh, yeah, that was the song that they were playing. Anyways, I love y'all. I'll probably see y'all Monday. But yeah, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys Monday. Maybe Sunday night. I might do a hangout stream Monday night. I don't know. But anyways, I'll see you guys later. Thumbs up, please. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And I'll see you guys Monday. Oh, Happy New Year, everyone. I'm going to be going to a New Year's party. My aunt's having like a little New Year's party for the fam bam. So we're going to be going out there, hanging out with the family. So I won't get to, be here New Year's with you guys. So I hope everyone has a happy, safe New Year. Be in prayer for Barbara's family because literally they're starting off the new year with the devastating loss. I mean, the world, devastating loss, Barbara Walters. But yeah, be in prayer for their family and her friends because this is going to be a difficult time for them. I'll see you guys Monday. Goodbye, everyone.